known by its map designation as Area 51.
We're now learning Area 51,
known as Area 51.
Thank you for
Near
clearing
Area
that up.
51.
Thank you.
Known as Area 51.
Because Area 51 is very important.
They called him Jimmy, and everybody wanted to be his friend.
What's good? What's good? Welcome here, F51 here with your host Jimmy. Another day in the jungle. Give us a like, subscribe, and also make sure you share our content and check our website goldenerboxing.com for more news and stories. Everything there. We have history. We have everything just for you. Anyway, let's get into this topic. So I was watching the whole press conference between Devin Haney and Bob Lomachenko. I am excited for this fight. Like I said, I believe that Devin Haney will beat Bob Lomachenko, and it's going to be a very tough fight for Bob Lomachenko. Now that we can see, even in this picture that I have here, the comparison between both of them, you can see that Devin Haney is just much bigger. And Bob Lomachenko, he got more than he could chew. So he wanted to be at 135. Well, you're going to have to fight fighters who are 135 will end up going to 147. So there's nothing wrong with that. When you go up different weight classes, you got to face people who are bigger than you and who will end up in other bigger weight divisions at one point. So that's just the name of the game. But anyway, so I was watching this interview and I realized Bill Haney did something pretty smart. And let's go ahead and play this because he's going to ask Bob Arum. They're about to close down the press conference, but he asked this question to Bob Arum. Watch, listen.
So much. Ask Bob a question. Bob, is Lomachenko one of the best fighters that you've seen since Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray? Still? Mr. Arum?
Absolutely. I mean, I knew that when he came with us out of the amateurs. Nobody that I know of had the amateur credentials that Vasily Lomachenko had.
And that's why we want to fight.
And he was able to take those skills and go into the professional ranks with great success.
When you made that comment, that's when we decided that Lomachenko was the fight that we really wanted. You've done a wonderful job with promoting Vasil, and when you made that statement as a Hall of Fame promoter, there was no other fight that we wanted as a team. So thank you for making that happen.
No, thank you. I know we looked around.
So anyway, I'm going to leave it like that. So this is a very smart strategy by Bill Haney, and I'm going to tell you why. Because technically what he's telling Bob Arum is, in front of everybody, you believe that this guy is the greatest thing since Muhammad Ali. So Bob Arum says, yes, I do, because of his amateur pedigree and XYZ, right? So now that he said that, if Devin Haney beats Bob Lomachenko, now what Bob Arum just said is that he beat the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. So even though that's not true, and many people who know boxing, anybody who knows the story of boxing, and all the legends that came from the 60s all the way to 2000s, 90s, 80s, we know that there mean many great fighters. So to say he's the best fighter since Muhammad Ali, that means that if it's confirmed by Bob Arum, and he indirectly pointed to that if Devin Haney beats Bob Lomachenko, he had not only beaten a good fighter or a possible Hall of Famer, but the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. So if this is the best fighter since Muhammad Ali, then that means he's better than Robert Duran, he's better than Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler. I mean, we're putting here Lennox Lewis. I mean, we can go on and on and on with this. Better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. So according to this, Lomachenko should win this fight, because technically he's only been up 3 weight classes since 135. So now he has to now it's that was one of the most stupid things I've ever heard when they put Vasyl Lomachenko with the few fights that he's had. I mean, he's had like, what, 15 fights, maybe 16, less than that. That's not a lot of fights. To say that he's better or he's the best thing ever since Muhammad Ali, that is really stupid to say. And some people were claiming that. But now if Devin Haney beats him, there's no excuse. He beat the best fighter since Muhammad Ali. I mean, Roberto Duran went up different weight classes. He went up to middleweight, almost super. I mean, I think he did go to super middleweight at one point. Not only that, Manny Pacquiao went up, a few weight classes of himself, way more than Vasyl Lomachenko. So Vasyl Lomachenko cannot beat Devin Haney. Then that really explains whether he is better or not, because Roberto Duran and Manny Pacquiao, specifically Manny Pacquiao, I'm not even considering the fighters before the 60s, which were way crazier than any of the fighters today, like Henry Armstrong. Those had a different mindset. That was a gladiator boxing. That's way different than the 60s and up, if you know boxing. And also the amount of fights that they took was insane. But if Vasyl Lomachenko can't beat Devin Haney, then so I guess Devin Haney beat the best fighter ever, from all the way to Muhammad Ali, which we all know that, who knows boxing, that's not true. There've been other fighters who've done more than him. But anyway, if you're considering his amateur pedigree, which is not even professional, then that sounds fine. So I'm pretty sure, Devin Haney's pretty excited. And like Bill said, once you said that, we definitely wanted to take the fight. So Vasyl Lomachenko should win this fight. Unfortunately, now that he is put in that ladder since the best since Muhammad Ali. So I hope you Vasyl Lomachenko fans, know what you got yourself into. You should have, he's a great fighter. I think Vasyl Lomachenko is definitely a great fighter. I think he's a good fighter. But I think that you guys put him in a level that he didn't belong. And yes, he's technical, XYZ, but he came and lost against Sirius Alito, his first fight. You can put any excuse he wants, but there's many fighters who haven't had that many amateur fights, and they haven't lost against the first fighter they put in. Now, and Orlando Salido, even though he's not, he is a brawler, there's many fighters in other divisions that fight like him. Like he was just a brawler, so he lost against him. But anyway, it is what it is. Now, he lost against Teofimo too, which no shame with that, but it is what it is. So smart strategy by Bill Haney, saying it out loud in front of everybody, and Bob Arum responding accordingly with what he said previously about Vasyl Lomachenko. So anyway, that's the story. Give us a like, subscribe, and also check our website, goldenerboxing.com, for more news and information. And also, share our content if you like what you see here. Peace out, and we'll go to the next video. Deuces, cruces.